Here are 6 exciting Emmerdale spoilers for next week that include a horror collapse, concerns for a loved one, and potential evidence found. Keep watching. Spoiler 1. Laurel collapses. Jay admits to Laurel that he doesn't have it in him to tell Sonny the truth, with Laurel being left furious with Jay's decision. With tensions high, Jay then insults Ashley before being urged to leave. When Jay's gone, Laurel starts to feel dizzy and collapses onto the floor. She's unable to reach for her phone as it rings. Gabby turns up and finds Laurel struggling to breathe, ringing for an ambulance. She then calls Jay, who becomes irritated with the number of times she's been trying to contact him. At the hood, Jay tries to build up the courage to tell Sonny the truth, just as he answers the phone and finds out that Laurel's not well. Will Sonny continue to be kept in the dark? And what's wrong with Laurel? Spoiler 2. Charity worries about Belle. With the Dingles asking questions about her relationship with Tom, Belle urges Charity to back off. Belle's close to opening up, but spots Tom in the corner of her eye and ends up shoving Charity away. With the Dingles starting to accuse Charity of overreacting, Tom applies for a job in a remote part of Wales. Afterwards, Tom suggests that he takes Belle on a cottage holiday. But what does he really have planned? Spoiler 3. Josh gets under Moira's skin. Moira and Kan kiss and make up and agree to work together as a team in the future. Later on, Josh invites Sarah out for lunch, but Moira and Kan soon turn up and put an end to the idea. Kan tells Josh to leave Sarah alone, but will he understand the message? Someone finds an unlikely friend in our next spoiler, so stay tuned to find out who it could be. Spoiler 4. Masi opens up to cellmate Les. With Robbie trying to find out everything he can about Masi, Les defends Masi. Les then starts training Masi on how to act in prison so that he won't get targeted. With Les helping him out, Masi then finds the courage to open up to him and reveals that he's transgender. Les then questions Masi over his decision to go to a male prison before telling him that he'll mind his own business. However, he warns him that the other prisoners might not react the same way. Spoiler 5. Charles wants answers from Caleb. With Ethan's hit and run case being dropped, Caleb brings the drunk Charles back to his place. Things take a turn though when Charles spills some coffee on the floor and fetches a cloth. Whilst attempting to clean up the spillage, Charles spots an invoice before giving Caleb a lift into town. However, he soon parks the car at the woods and takes a stroll, whilst bringing up the topic of the hit and run. When Charles's warmth starts to disappear, Caleb tries to return to the car, but is stopped in his tracks as Charles produces the invoice he found earlier. Charles believes that the invoice is evidence that Caleb was involved in the hit and run. Will Charles get the answer he seeks? And finally, spoiler 6, Mandy offends Rona. With Mandy and Paddy joining Marlon and Rona for a games night, Mandy admits that Rona isn't great company. Things soon turn sour as the games night fails to provide any fun. Paddy then advises Mandy to apologise to Rona. Will she though? And if you enjoyed this week's Emmerdale spoilers, subscribe so that you can come back next week for more Emmerdale goss.